So the previous video I made was extremely long. I ended up talking about literally every issue I have. And the whole point of that video actually was just to mention that you can have an incredibly good tasting cake just from 3 ingredients. And then I think water. So essentially you want to put about 1 or 2 tablespoons of milk powder, full cream milk powder, at the bottom of a mug or whatever you're going to use to mix it. You want to put the smallest amount of water as you possibly can to create a syrup. You do not want to water down the milk because this will ruin the sweetness. You pretty much want to create a syrup and then you want to leave it like that. Then you're going to put, depending on whether you have allergies and food intolerances and stuff like I do, and that's why I created this recipe for myself. Put 2 tablespoons of semolina, or if you can have just regular flour, just put regular flour or gluten-free flour. I don't think it really matters. Then just leave it, don't touch it. Put 1 egg yolk. Now this is for a ramekin size, so obviously if you're going to be making more, you're going to need more ingredients and stuff. Put the egg on top. Put a little water and then use the mixer to mix it all together. Pour it into the ramekin. If you think it's gonna stick, then I don't put anything. It usually doesn't stick, but if you think it's gonna stick, then do the usual that you need to make sure it doesn't stick. Then you want to put it into the air fryer. 160 degrees Celsius, I believe, is the temperature I have it on. And then I think I turn it down towards the end where I need it to just continue sitting in the heat, but I don't need it to burn. So I probably drop it down to 120, 140 C for about another 10 minutes or so, just to let it cook through. And in order to find out whether it's cooked through or not, just put a fork into it or a toothpick, whatever works. And as long as it comes out clean and there's no residue at all other than like crumbs, then you're good to go. If you're going to be using semolina, because I have a bit of a problem with wheat flour itself, but I don't have a problem with that much of a problem with semolina, you'll want to leave the mixture a little bit, because semolina, if you don't hydrate it properly, you'll have a gritty cake. It won't be very much grit, but people who have maybe sensitive palates will notice it. So then the texture is very like custard, but like stuck together custard, like not watery custard or something. So kind of like a cheesecake, but like custard. It's very weird, honestly, because the egg's gonna do that. It's gonna smell really sweet. It's gonna smell like cake, and it bloody tastes like cake. And I mean, I was blown away when I first created it, because I haven't had cake in years. With the MCAS and histamine intolerance problems, allergies, sugar problems. I can't have any added sugars. I can't have artificial ones. I can't have natural ones other than apples. Apples, sweet potato, and pumpkin. That's where my sugar comes from. I can't have anything else. So I created that. And oh my God, it literally tastes like a cake. And, it's perfect. It works and great. I've also created a flatbread recipe, which I actually didn't create. Somebody else actually made that, and that works too. It's pretty much similar, just the flour, water, and salt. Mix it together, pan fry it and whatnot. Easy. But I mean, I can finally eat bread. It's been years since I could eat bread. Oh, because I can't have yeast. I have problems with wheat flour. There's There's just so many problematic ingredients in the usual stuff that I just can't have. So typically the cake does still cause me a bit of problems because I do add a bit of wheat flour in there, and I do add the milk powder, and I do have a problem with the milk powder, probably because it's sweet. I don't know. But, you know, it's something. And it's not like I have to eat it every single day, just eat it every now and then and just kind of get that craving. Because you get this craving when you can't eat anything. And I used to be a foodie, a very big foodie as well. So I used to eat everything. I used to try everything. Now I can't eat anything and I can't try anything. So pretty much trying my own stuff. I pretty much spent several months, possibly even years, on Pinterest trying to find recipes, carnivore diets, stuff like that, to try to see if I can do anything. But a lot of the recipes were very high fat and that didn't work for me. So this one's good. I eat this one and nothing. I do mix it with about half an apple and some water because the fiber from the apple helps to make sure that I don't give myself constipation from the eggs though. But I mean, you know, I can finally eat cake again. That's like amazing. I'm so amazed that I finally decided to actually try something, because previously, I don't know, I was feeling a very specific way about it, you know. I was like, if I were to use these 3 ingredients, would it really work? And so for several months I was pretty much like, nah, that's not gonna work, you know, because people are trying to make these cakes and then you read the reviews and people are like, this didn't work. And so you've pretty much put it into your mind that it's not gonna work. Okay, but I gave it a go, and oh my god. So yeah, if anyone else wants to try it and tell me how it goes, you know. I mean, for me it works, and that's great. And I am so happy. I finally have cake again. And bread, cake and bread. Pizza, unfortunately, won't work. Ice cream won't work, and chocolate won't work. But, well, you know, at least I've got two things. 2 sweeter things. Oh, well, the flatbread's not sweet. What am I going on about? Well, it is a little bit because, you know, the semolina makes it, and the wheat flour makes it a little bit sugary, but yeah, you know. Well, anyways, good night.